It is time for the second semifinal here at the 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. We just finished seeing the Canadians advance to the gold medal for the third straight time here at the WILC over the United States 15-10. Andy McNamara being joined by Paddy O'Leary, chairman of the Ireland Lacrosse League. Paddy, a nice tournament for yourself and for the Irish, up one place from 2007 from 8th to 7th. And how did you feel? Let's before we get to Ireland Lacrosse League, which just finished its second season, by the way. How did you feel the Irish played overall? Are you happy with the team's performance?
So far, we're very happy with how we performed over the tournament. In our preliminary games, we had a great win over the Australian team, who had actually beaten us 14-8 back in 2007. So that was a huge step for us. And then we got our first championship win against Slovakia yesterday.
Yeah.
So that was a huge step forward for us. It was we were expecting to have quite a good game against the Czech Republic, but the Czech team has come on so much since 2007. It's great to see how a European-based team of predominantly European-based players is doing so well.
Absolutely.
Semi-final.
It's terrific, and that brings us to this match. Yes, Iroquois versus Czech Republic, with the biggest win the Czechs coming off of in their lacrosse history, taking down England, a team they have never beaten in field or box. A huge, huge victory. Head coach Jim Veltman, the adopted son of the Czech Republic, organizing this club, assistant in 07, head coach here. The Czech fans were going absolutely crazy. And you will hear the atmosphere, the drums banging, the chants. It's like a good old soccer atmosphere here, Paddy, and we'll talk more about that. We'll step aside now for the national anthems of Iroquois and Czech Republic. Here we go. Second semifinal coming to you from the HC Slavia Praha Arena in beautiful Prague, Czech Republic. The Iroquois Nationals in their black, purple, and yellow. The Czech Republic, the host team, the home favorites. The crowd will be cheering for them without a shadow of a doubt in their red, white, and blue. Andy McNamara alongside Patty O'Leary. Patty, you guys played the Iroquois in the very first game of this tournament. Iroquois took it 23-3, but you were saying off air it was an honor to play the team that were the originators of this great sport.
Oh, for sure. It was a big disappointment last year for any of us attending the World Field Championships. We didn't get to experience seeing the creators of the game, the Iroquois, play, and just seeing them here in Prague, it's a huge success for the game, the fact they made it over here.
Absolutely, and by saying that, the reason it was an issue was the Iroquois have passports that are not recognized traditionally outside of North America. They don't have Canadian or U.S. passports, but an Iroquois nation passport. Luckily, the Czech organizers were able to get that under wraps, and the Iroquois Nationals, the two-time silver medalists, are here in Prague. The winner of this match will play Canada for gold. The Canadians winning 15-10 over the United States. And we are just about ready to face off. Number 84, Tom Francis of Iroquois, saddling in, and Tomas Beran for the Czechs. Iroquois coming up with it here. And Patty, you played against both these clubs. What do the Czech Republic, in your opinion, have to do to try to stop the powerful Iroquois attack early?
I think the Czechs will, for them to succeed in this game, they need to push their transition. That's one thing we felt. They're a fit team, they're a well-drilled team, so they really need to push their opportunities with that, just as they did here.
Yeah, just a very close opportunity. Czech Republic, they battled the United States in a 14-5 loss on day one. We're down only 3-2 in the first quarter. And that huge upset 12-7 victory yesterday in the quarters. This team trying to be giant killers again. Shot right on. And a nice offering by Dean Hill. A hard hit, turnover. Iroquois coming back the other way on the left side. That's Thomas Montour. No score here, just over a minute. Corey Bombury, sixth leading scorer in this tournament with 18 points. We've seen him be a terrific setup man. Can also be a sniper. Jeff Shatler, the NLL Player of the Year, and the Czechs on a turnover, bobbles it. Still fighting. Being smacked from behind, Shatler. That's a shot clock violation. And Patty, the Czech Republic hanging in there early on, stifling the Iroquois attack so far, and now making a run. And Skokin dishes to Beran. That's a crease violation. Iroquois National sprinting up. Patty, talk about how good Cody Jamieson is. You see number 88, so fast and powerful. He burned the United States the other day as that ball is dropped. He's a phenomenal player.
Oh, he's such a huge influence on the game against the US the other day. One player I think has made a huge influence in the tournament, and as he did in the NLL, Jeff Shatler, able to play both ends of the floor. When we come up playing against him, it's just a train, I think is a good way to describe him.
And going for the one touch. There's Dean Hill, but it's too far. What a tournament it's been. Ireland taking 7th spot. Split the games against Slovakia, so an improvement of one position for Ireland from 2007. But as you were saying, Patty, you see how far the Czech game has come in 4 years, finishing 7th in 2007. Does that give some inspiration to the Irish program?
Oh, for sure. I think the next step for European box lacrosse in general, we need to get a lot more countries out playing. We could see Netherlands, Germany have started to play it, but unfortunately couldn't bring teams here to the World Indoors.
And a shot right on. The Czech Republic hanging in there, no score, as this game is 3 minutes old. Mike Thompson in net for Iroquois. Czechs coming in on the left. Fake shot being all wrapped up. Great defense by the Iroquois Nationals. That's Holden Weiss, brother Roger. A phenomenal forward and attacker. Iroquois setting up in the open box. Dishing it down low. Keep an eye on Cody Jamieson. Coming up, bouncer scores. They'll go to Brett Bucktooth. Number 26 for Iroquois. And we'll have another look at this one. And you see Patty just break free of the defense. Burned Emil Moravets. LCC Radetin is his club. And on that infraction, it will be Czech possession.
It's great what the LCC Radetin club have done for box across here in Europe. The Alistair Breska Memorial Tournament, which they have here every April. It's a hugely successful tournament for teams all over North America and Europe.
Well, the Czechs taking this game, the indoor lacrosse game, up a notch. Ball bouncing high. Scampering after it is Jan Skolkin. In transition for the Czech Republic. They have their defense on. Stuart Hill. Underneath, and Roger Weiss being checked off the ball. And that's the discipline Martin Hodania showing that Jim Veltman brings to this game, Patty, the real structured, disciplined style of the North American game. Iroquois kicking it from behind the net, sidearm! Turned aside, Tomas Zriha starting in net. And there's a look at that bench. Iroquois ball, they lead by 1. Iroquois' goal to get the crowd out of this game. Jeff Shatler of the Calgary Roughnecks trips up. Behind the back baseline, saved by Zriha. What a stop going post to post. Martin Merlik, the assistant captain, making sure that that rebound didn't go into an Iroquois stick. Peshik waiting, coming back. Poschal had a knock loose. Under 10 minutes to go in the opening quarter. 1-0 Iroquois. The Iroquois and Canadians battled for gold and silver in the last 2 WILC. Stuart Hill. Up, and Roger Weiss, Patty, a rocket. The Irish experience that. Roger Weiss, a phenomenal talent, pops one by Zriha.
So that's 9 goals so far for Roger Weiss, 7 assists. An impressive tally so far.
No doubt about it. Brett Bucktooth getting the first goal for Iroquois. Now they're up by 2 in the chance, starting here in the HC Slavia Praha Arena, trying to urge on their boys. An incredible accomplishment to get to this point, period, to the semifinals for the Czech Republic. Trying to be giant killers. Sid Smith, the captain of Iroquois, heavy hacks on defense. Moravets making a move. Dumps it. Crisp passes by the Czechs. Bobbling it was Doshli, and a turnover. Those are costly mistakes that you cannot have. Corey Bombery, bounce pass. 850, Shatler dances along. Zriha standing tall, another one, kick save in the crease. And checks on the transition. Shatler though, forced turnover, dumping it underneath. Another save by Zriha. Wow.
Some great stops there.
Unbelievable save on Thomas Francis. If the Czechs can get one here, Patty, they have a chance. They have the crowd behind them. And they're keeping the score close. Working along the far boards. Getting hacked in the face was Koschel. Montour. Bouncer to center. Iroquois playing with those nice fancy gold glitter sticks. Cody Jamieson misses that pass. And Patty, I have to say, I love the Irish gear with the orange, green, and white mesh. As that shot from the point off the crossbar and goes way, way back. Some amazing Irish equipment. The jerseys, the shirts, and everything. If anything, you guys look good.
For myself, the helmets just make it, the black and the orange. You gotta love the orange face mask.
Right. No, some good-looking gear for sure. And that will be our under 10-minute break. 7:50 remaining. We will come back the second semifinal. Iroquois leading Czech Republic 2-0. You're watching the 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. The World Indoor Lacrosse Championships are brought to you in part by Jack Astor's, home of the fresh, never frozen chicken fingers. Jack Astor's, get fresh. Andy McNamara alongside Patty O'Leary, chairman of the Ireland Lacrosse League and Team Ireland member. The Irish finishing 7th, but we are in the semifinals right now. Iroquois, Czech Republic. Cody Jamieson, dipsing, weaving, one-touch pass. Gorgeous goal. Cody Jamieson to Dean Hill, count it.
Amazing quick stick.
And Patty, let's have another look. Really no chance for Zriha on that.
That's Hill's 10th goal of the tournament, with 3 assists as well.
Cody Jamieson ranked 9th in goals. Corey Bombery 6th. Iroquois and Czech Republic. The Czechs' top scorer overall, Jamie Plunkett, ranked 10th. He has 16 points. And Patty, with the Iroquois having so many weapons, what's the one area that the Czech Republic can try to exploit? Since you guys did play them, is there a weakness you can see that they might be able to exploit to try and score? If they do just that, try to.
All around, I think the Iroquois are such a strong team, but they have some strong individual transition players. But I think transition is definitely a way that the Czechs can exploit it. They're a very fit team, a very well-drilled team that have a lot of hustle. So transition is the way they can penetrate, I feel.
Czechs, good ball movement. Back, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Hustling to Skokin. He's touched the ball a lot. Near side, turned aside by Popilla. He had a big game the other night. 26th in overall scoring. 9 goals, 2 assists coming into this one. 6:26 left in the opening quarter. Iroquois so fast and dangerous. Montour scooting free. Check though. That was rather Dean Hill. Already has 1 goal. Czechs coming hard. Fake shot. Wisely pulling back. Radek Skala. Skokin now. I've not seen the Toronto Rock's Kyle Ross on the floor as of yet. One of the more physical players on this Czech team, and crushed from behind. I believe that was
73 Peter Pupe.
Yeah. Popilla nailed. I think that was by Thomas Montour. I can see on our monitor. Ooh, head first. And Popilla getting up. No penalty call.
Pupe is a very strong player, very fast.
Koschel gives it, coming in. Oh, and that is disappointing, coming out of the wrong end of the stick. And you see number 10, Pavel Doshli, the captain. He would love to have that one back. Corey Bombery. Stuart Hill on the floor for Iroquois. Cody Jamieson being tripped up, dumps it to Shatler. Screen fell into the stick of Zriha. Almost by luck. Long bomb outlet pass. Too far, can they get to it? Novacek picks it up. Spinning, waits, fires, somehow Thompson saves. Terrific effort by Pesek.
Those quick passes from the goalie will open up a lot of opportunities for the Czech.
Won the United States game versus Iroquois in the round robin play. Cody Jamieson broke free about 4 times, and that really was the difference maker. Roger Weiss being pushed back, decides for the left wing. Listen, that was Dean Hill. Took an odd hop as you see Jim Scoop Veltman, one of the all-time greats in the North American lacrosse game. The adopted son of the Czech Republic. They love him here. He's done a lot for this team. Lorang gives to Popia. Popia waits, tries to thread the needle. Stopped by Kiknoswe. A loose ball here. Kiknoswe scoops it up, and the Czech Republic will get the ball back on an interference call. Czechs trying to get their first goal of the semifinal. At the low slot off the crossbar. Yuri Kostyal. This is the most important game the Czech Republic, Patty, have ever played in lacrosse, period. It's got to be a lot of pressure. Kostyal, bouncer as he scoots by. With this type of fan base in the crowd, obviously it gets you pumped up as a home team. Could this work against the Czech Republic and make them too nervous?
Actually, one way I felt as a player on the field against this, it was quite good for pumping themselves up as well. So
could work the other way too.
Yeah.
Koska on the right side. Joining him are Skolkin and Doshli. Captain Doshli moves his way to the high post. Skolkin, he's had a few chances. Give him Popia. 7 on the shot clock. Centers up, spins. And a dribbler, easy catch by Thompson. 3:10 remaining in the first quarter.
The Czech crowd bring great atmosphere to the game.
Oh,
the
absolutely.
drums and the singing.
They have the club zone over on the side that you see at the camera angle, watching at home. Down low, swatted away. Nice defense. Well, for the moment anyway. Koska almost losing it. Check on an on-man rush. This one time over the top of Thompson. Czechs coming right back, though. They will reset Tomas Beran. Pesek back to center. Line on the shot clock, have to hurry. Bobbling it was Kostyal. And tried for a one-touch. That will use up to 30 seconds. It will be Iroquois ball. Iroquois taking their time, setting up. Certainly not running away with this one. They've had some big victories. They defeated this Czech team 25-5 on day 2 of the round robin. Czech Republic, rumbling back. Waits, shoots, scores! Radek Skala and the Czech Republic are on the board. Skala sprinting free, you see on your screen. Finds the 5-hole.
5-hole. Skala's 4th goal of the tournament.
Wow. And listen to this atmosphere, Patty. Oh boy. We have a great game. Down by 2. Czech Republic feeling the emotion, the adrenaline here. Novacek cannot penetrate that tough Iroquois defense. Golden Vice chopping away. Down on the right side. Cross to the weekend. Coming up in the lap of Pesek. Just over a minute. Iroquois leading by 2. And what the Czech Republic have to be pleased with, trailing only by a couple. Shatler Goes wide. And it would have been a crease violation anyway. But Patty, the Czech Republic against a powerhouse like Iroquois, a team they lost to 25-5, have to be thrilled, only being down 2 with under a minute to go in the first.
Oh, for sure.
Eshek. There's Doshli, the captain of this club. Plays for Yishny Mesto, this club team. Skokek bobbling, losing, loose ball. Nosway working over. 35 seconds, still scrambling. It's down behind.
Czechs really need to capitalize on these opportunities to get, especially the transition ones, because they're going to find it difficult to score against the complete Iroquois defense.
Absolutely. Here's Brett Bucktooth already has a goal today. Besides for Jeff Shatler. Cody Jamieson chugging onto the floor. Shatler through the screen, kick save, rebound, Vice wide. And that brings an end to the first quarter with the Iroquois Nationals pressing the score 3-1. We will step aside and come back. You're watching the 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championship.
Patronem mistrovství světa v boxlacrossu je Synod Tip. Partnerem mistrovství světa v boxlacrossu je Magistrát hlavního města Prahy a nadace Terezy Maxové dětem.
The World Indoor Lacrosse Championships are brought to you in part by Fresh Gear. Dry, disinfect, and deodorize all your sports gear to keep yourself in the game. Visit www.freshgear.com. Andy McNamara, joined by Patty O'Leary, Team Ireland member and chairman of the Ireland Lacrosse League. Patty, tell us a little bit about the ILL finishing its second season.
So at the end of our second season of the ILL, we've experienced huge growth so far. When we think back to 5 years ago, when lacrosse just taken off in the country, we just had the 2 teams, University College Dublin and Dublin Lacrosse, but we've grown to now 6 teams now.
Wow.
So at the end of our second year, we had University College Dublin retained their second title, so they'll actually go forward to compete in the European Club Lacrosse Championships this coming autumn.
Excellent league, and what's the website they can find you guys on if they want more information?
IrelandLacrosse.ie.
Excellent. Well, a great league, and congratulations on the league's growth and Ireland's performance, moving up 1 place, 8th to 7th from 2007. You played in the first, in your first WILC in 2007 at the tender age of what, 19 was it?
19 at the time.
Wow.
First game versus Canada. That was an experience.
So you're a wily veteran now.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Turned aside, Iroquois Nationals taking on the Czech Republic in our second semifinal. Canada besting the United States 15-10. Move on to the gold medal main event tomorrow. USA will fight for bronze for the 3rd straight time. The loser of this will take on the US. The winner goes on against Canada. Czech Republic trailing just by 2 goals. Czechs pressure. Socially loose the ball. Jameson on him. Baran picks it up now in a costly turnover. Czechs quick on the transition, getting back. And Patty, that's a key area you mentioned that they have to be well on. And they are well drilled, and we see that executed right there. Iroquois underneath, low post, and finds it. No doubt about that. As Riha falls to Jeff Shatler, his first. Have a look at him just break free behind.
Both ends of the floor, Shatler does a great job. Very impressive player.
Definitely the National Lacrosse League MVP of this year. Remember the Calgary Roughnecks? Tom Francis and Martin Merlik squaring off. The Czechs will have possession here after a face-off violation. Czech need to make sure that the Iroquois do not score in bunches. That's what they're experts at. Pass on the left corner. Making the move, Skokin. He's been solid, but held up the score sheet so far. Kolar. Moving. And it's picked. A first turnover. Iroquois, such a speedy team. Here's Montour. Wrapped up and shoved, and that will be a penalty to the Czech Republic. That should go to Jakub Zriha, brother of the goaltender. That should be, I guess, a holding call. Have to see who it'll be against. And looks like offsetting penalties. Oh no, I thought Sid Smith might have been going to the box. Both penalty doors are open. We saw the one we know for sure. They're going to Jakub Zriha. But will somebody else go to the sin bin? Well, both doors left open, so just Zriha right now. Czechs will keep possession.
Smith seems to be very unhappy with the decision.
I'm not sure why they're on the power play. Must be the call in possession. And well, there's the other penalty. The box stayed open. We thought for has to be a reason. Michael Lazor, he'll be in. We'll have to try to listen to the PA announcer to find out what Lazor is going in for. And that's what they're upset about. Still even scores! A quick head fake. And it's bringing it home. Peter Popilla. And look at the interference, Patty. The unsung hero of that play was Tomas Baran, taking Roger Mike out of the play, getting in the way, setting the pick, and making it happen. 4-2 Iroquois. And this looks like a completely different team from the squad. The Iroquois trounced 25-5 all the way back in day 2 of this tournament. Ball being kicked around, still loose in front of the Iroquois bench. 12:40 remaining in the half. And Thompson with the outlet. Iroquois, so fast, so dangerous. Jeff Shatler called on interference. And the Czech Republic here, Patty, if they can get some momentum, you never know what can happen.
We saw it against England. They were a bit behind, but once they got momentum and pulled themselves back into the game, they just rolled on from there.
And they scored. Talk about rolling. Are you kidding me? Yuri Koshel, the Czech Republic, have scored 2 in a row and are within 1. Do you believe in miracles? We might be seeing one right here. And that might go to Popilla. It is his second.
Second goal of the day, 11th goal of the tournament.
will be a bright light for this Czech squad. Ranked 26th in the entire WILC so far. Tom Francis, and yeah, Iroquois saying enough is enough as they beat Zriha, and that's unfortunate if you're a Czech fan. So give that to Tom Francis. Right off the face-off too. And that was just a nice shot. Czech Republic down by 2 again. And a very important face-off for Martin Merlik of the Czechs. Hiking it back to Iroquois. And they have to make sure that Iroquois doesn't get rolling here. Montour, he's a player, he can do it. Bouncer. Zriha treading out of his net, going for a little stroll. Long bomb outlet pass, and that hits the rafters here at the HC Slavia Praha Arena. Iroquois possession, dumps it underneath. Roger Weiss, classic give and go, and Roger Weiss just sprints in behind the Czech D. And you see him there, not much you can do about that, Patty.
Weiss on 9 goals in the tournament now, 7 assists.
His second in this game. Now a 3-goal lead. And this is what the Czechs have to be careful of. Locking horns in the face-off circle. Iroquois spinning it loose. Nosway dishes to the right side. Jeff Schattler. A lot of NLL and MLL experience with this Iroquois team. And a slash coming after Corey Bombery. Is that going to be a penalty? It won't. Bombery very close on a hack to Martin Merlik. Bouncer and Peshik setting up the offense for the Czech Republic. Doshli dives. Has the ball knocked loose at the last moment. That was by Travis Hill. Iroquois going on that fast break again. And we saw Iroquois take out the USA with plays just like that, using that speed and breaking underneath. Schattler. Pick set. Dean Hill getting another opportunity. Zriha stands tall. It's Iroquois ball. And Zriha didn't want to give the official the ball. He said no. Iroquois kicks it back. Schattler finds an open lane. Over the top, chuck, and scores. Jeff Schattler as the Iroquois Nationals start to pull away. You see Schattler here, Patty. The bouncer right between the 5-hole. Is that, you think that was a stoppable ball by Zriha, or just good positioning?
Great positioning by Jeff Schattler.
Schattler, one of the NLL's best, as mentioned, the MVP overall for that league. Face-off this time being taken by Tomas Beran.
It's impressive goalies like Riha coming up against these players that are all playing NLL, which he may not have experienced here in the Czech Republic. So he's doing quite a good job so far.
And we saw Curtis Vagger play a standout game against England, and I wonder why they didn't go back with Vagger being the hot goalie and coming off of such a big win and decide for Zriha. It's an interesting decision made by Jim Veltman.
Yeah, it seems in both games against the Iroquois, they've had Riha starting in cage.
And we have offsetting penalties here. Sid Smith getting an explanation for Iroquois, Doshli for the Czech Republic, and see if we can figure out what happened. It's like a hit from behind. Not sure where the Czech infraction came from. That's going to go to Jakub Zriha. Second time he's been in the box today. There's Jim Veltman. 10:08 to go. And 4-minute penalty being dished up to the Czech Republic. Patty, let's see if we make heads or tails out of this. Oh, now it's changed. Now the time is down. Should be putting it back to 2. I thought that was a bit odd. And the Czech team saying, hey, hey now. There's only 2. It should be sorted here.
As you saw in the England-Czech game yesterday, these 5-minute majors can make such an influence on the game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Paddy, what was Team Ireland's, I guess, favorite match of the tournament so far? Was it getting the experience playing against top clubs like Iroquois and USA, or obviously the first WILC win coming against Slovakia?
Laughs going out to the first WILC win we had yesterday morning. Disappointing result today, not sealing with 2 wins, but also the amount we learned from the first 2 games against Iroquois and USA would have really stood to us as well.
Are those big takeaways that the team as a whole can learn from?
Definitely, definitely. Just getting to, especially for our defense, we're under pressure from the USA and Iroquois offense for so long. We were able to learn a lot from that.
Coming back to Iroquois, given a second penalty, so an offsetting, and now another penalty to the Iroquois Nationals. So for a minute 20, Czech Republic will be up. See Skokin skulking down on the far baseline. Back to Popilla. He has 2 already. High and wide, big bounce. Skokin grabbing it. Sends to the top of the circle. Screen. That's an interference. Czech Republic power play looking solid. Under a minute to go there. Jan Skokin denied. Popilla, go-to man, power play, and did a blind pass, but it went to Jeff Shatler. Ball knocked loose. Radek Scala coming up big, and the Iroquois Nationals looking to eat up some clock and maybe get a short-handed one here. Travis Hill moves to the right corner. An important power play for the Czech. 8 on the shot clock. Brett Bucktooth here. It's a powerful shot, and the 30 will expire. And that will also take us to our under 10-minute break. So with 8:24 remaining in the half and 16 seconds on the Czech power play, Iroquois leads 7-3. You're watching the 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. World Indoor Lacrosse Championships are brought to you in part by My Lacrosse Video Game. This is a unique project that uses the principle of crowdsourcing to raise millions of dollars. The game will be developed by thousands of fans, players, and supporters who will each contribute to the development of the best lacrosse video game on the market. Visit mylacrossevideogame.com for more details. Andy McNamara alongside Patty O'Leary. First half, second quarter, ticking down, 8:05 left. Iroquois leading Czech 7-3. And the Iroquois have killed off their penalty. Iroquois waiting for Jeff Shatler, sets a nice pick. Corey Bombery, low post. Czech defense coming back. Bombery with an open look, shot clock violation, check ball. And Patty, you were mentioning in the break how you wish more European field teams would get involved in the box game because it develops the outside skills so well.
There's so many transferable skills across between the box game and the field game that probably isn't appreciated by a lot of the lacrosse nations around the world. As you can see here, the Czechs and the Canadians are the only two teams that actively prefer box across. But the stick skills and the awareness of the game and your hand-to-eye coordination, the skills you learn here in the box game can be so beneficial to the field.
Because it's so quick.
Yeah.
Manuel Johnson dumps and goes off. Wow. Cody Jamieson, the rookie phenom from the Rochester Nighthawks, can be overwhelming, as we saw in the United States win, where the Iroquois got 11-10 and made it to the semis, getting a bye. Look at Cody Jamieson. Patty, he just planted his feet and let that bullet fly.
Another transferable skill that the box across players, they have some of the best shooters, the best precision shooters in the sport.
That's the second point on the day for Jamieson. 1 goal, 1 assist. The Iroquois starting to pull away. First quarter was very close, and the Czechs were within 1 at 1 point. 4-3. Zhriha, big save. Stokin pushing out the Iroquois offense. Left wing, behind the net. Iroquois underneath, skipping it by. And Stuart Hill, who has had a good tournament. Stuart Hill, especially in the first couple games, number 9 for Iroquois, grabs his first as he finds the shooting lane and blasts by Jakub Novacek. So 9-3 here.
Stuart Hill with 7 goals so far in the tournament. Starts to recall he put quite a few up against us as well.
Oh yeah. Stuart Hill, certainly a good player, as Jim Veltman and the Czech Republic call a timeout. Trailing by 6 right now. Now, Patty, in this situation with Zhriha being burned by Iroquois in their first matchup where they lost 25-5, and Curtis Vagar playing so well, is this the time you make a goalie switch, or do you wait until you head into the half? If you're even going to make a switch.
Well, as it seems below, they don't. Vagar hasn't even dressed on the bench below, as far as I can see.
Yeah.
They have Dubny. Seems to be the goalie that is
And that's
dressed.
surprising. That is surprising. Vagar, a member of the NLL's Philadelphia Wings.
Dubry, number 25, seems to be the backup goalie at the moment.
And that is interesting. Maybe Vagar, I'm not sure if he maybe suffered an injury in that game, but that would, I would think, you're the guy you would want to put in net first if he's healthy and available. So Dobry, the backup goaltender. Zhriha, certainly, and by saying that, Zhriha is an outstanding netminder in his own sense, but if you have the chance, why not ride the hot hand? Czechs trying to win the face-off, bashing it loose with Baran. Captain Sid Smith, the ferocious defender, heads off. Jeff Shatler scampers to the right. Iroquois trying to set up. Off balance is the Czech defense. Open box being tackled and having it ripped away. A forced turnover. Kostial looking for it. Rather Koska. Underhand chuck. And a pick. Very close. That was for Kostial. To Jamieson. And plowing over Zhriha. Cody Jamieson going hard to the net. It will be Czech ball. And the Czech players all over Cody Jamieson. Let's have another peek at that. Colliding. Zhriha seems no worse for wear, just a little shaken up. Working behind the net are the Czechs. Kopia. And yeah, forced into the crease by Jamieson. Iroquois ball. As they're moving well in the transition. Bouncer all alone. High, did that go in? Did.
In off the shoulder.
And Iroquois are in double-digit scoring. It might go to Ron Kogan. Let's see. Actually, I think that's Brett Bucktooth. Brett Bucktooth, second goal. He's been held relatively quiet in this tournament.
Seems like he may have had an injury carrying into the tournament, so they only start to be playing them once they get to the semi-finals.
Certainly a nice addition. Holden Weiss getting the assist. 5 minutes, 10 seconds remain. Stuart Hill back to center. Now the low corner, Iroquois. Went for the one touch down low. Didn't make it to its intended target. Long outlet pass. Snared nicely by Jacob Novacek. Koska. Now Peshek. Czechs were rolling. Trailed by one at an earlier point in the half, 4-3. 6 unanswered goals by Iroquois. Czech Republic desperately need the next one. Iroquois going around the top. That was Bombury. Jeff Shatler setting the pick. Behind the back, rolling out. Off the nub of his stick. And here's a break, possibly. Scala, right on. Scala pressured, Thompson, good for the save. 4 minutes to go in the half. Jeff Shatler, dumping it, down. Did not get all that shot as he was hit. Corey Bombury. Ball being kicked loose. That's Martin Koska. And a shot clock violation as there's a bit of a skirmish behind. Checks with Popilla. Thanks for that great team, as you said, Patty, the LCC Radder team. Put on that good tournament. And a pick. And rumbling down is Iroquois. Iroquois in front of their own bench. Bombury. He makes a home from just inside the line on the left. When you come down the court this way, a terrific setup man. It can snipe too. Talk about snipers, Stewie L. Shoulder saved by Sriha. Maddox Scala. 1 goal today. A chance coming here as the half winds down. Can the Czechs get one more? Sprinting in. Doshli being forced out, and that will be an over and back intended for Martin Tolar. Coming away out of the crease was Riha.
Crowd seem to be picking up again now.
Yeah, the half ends trying to urge them on. And Shatler went for the leap. Came up empty-handed, not this time. One hand the ball. A little Texas two-step there, takes his time. Brett Bucktooth delivers a phaser, goes high, almost in the rafters. Check from behind. Czechs wanting a call, went to Novacek. And knocked down again. Penalty call. As Martin Tolar upset with himself, he wanted to get the shot. The Iroquois penalty box door opens. And really, Patty, almost 2 penalties there. Take a look at this.
Pushing the back and the slash.
And that might have almost come earlier behind that play when the arm went up, but almost as if you could have done 2.
It's a penalty shot.
A penalty shot, all right, well. Czechs with a chance here. Pavel Doshli, the captain, Can he lead by example? Doshli and Thompson, one-on-one. Dives. And with the stop. And you see there, Patty, it's one of those moves who flinches, yeah. And you see Angus Goodleaf actually brought in for the penalty shot. He's in the game now. Iroquois loose, having a good time, up by 7. .148 left. Iroquois hike back the ball. Brandon Swamp. Both teams on transition. Iroquois, Roger Weiss moves open. Shatler with possession for Bombury. Over the top, went to the weak side. Check defense. Open look to Stu Hill, he missed it. A bounce trying to go off the back of Zriha's pad. Check up the other way, a feed. A little bit too hard for Yuri Kostiel. And with Iroquois possession, we are under a minute left in the first half. Bounce off the boards and a turnover. The Czech fans want one more before the half. Can they do it? It could come from Popia, who has 2 of their 3 goals. Paddock Scala the other. Popia. That's Kostiel. Open lane. Not getting all of that. Peshek hit the ground hard. And a timeout being called by Iroquois as they will reset. And the Czech Republic, Patty, what have you, the Czechs obviously the first quarter, 4-3, were in the game, now being down by 7. What, let's go 2 points. What have you liked about their play in the second quarter, and what do you think they need to improve on going into the second half?
They need to start capitalizing on the opportunities that they're getting on transition. They're having a lot of drop balls up there, which they, if they need to compete with the Iroquois, they can't be doing. Can't be dropping balls like that.
Well, great point. And of course, if you get by that tough Iroquois defense, you still have to put up with 2 NLL quality goaltenders. Angus Goodleaf now, Mike Thompson starting the game. Both for the Buffalo Bandits, so kind of a pick your poison. You still have to go up against 2 stellar netminders. 20 seconds to go in the half. Iroquois with possession will come out of this timeout with a set play, beginning with Cody Jamieson. Stu Hill in front of his own bench on the left.
Tournament, this is such a great opportunity for a lot of the amateur players here in Europe to actually play against professional players of this level, this ability.
And you were saying, Patty, you really learn a lot and take away to take back home to try to develop on the local clubs. 8 on the shot clock. Same behind. Back to the high point. And over the shoulder of Zria hitting his own player. Czech Republic tried for a fast break. Being Chuck Dean Hill. 2 seconds left and they score! 1 second on the clock. That's a heartbreaker for the Czechs. That should go to Roger Weiss. Let's see who actually had possession. Saw the underhand toss by Dean Hill. Yeah, that is Roger Weiss, number 81. A hat trick on the day. Dean Hill's first assist.
Weiss with an impressive tally in the tournament so far. That would be his 11th goal with 7 assists as well.
Well, Roger Weiss coming into this game, 16th overall in the tournament. And with 1 second on the clock, it'll be face off and then over. And that will be it. So 11-3, the score. Czech Republic making it close, down by 1 goal at one point. but it has been all Iroquois in the second quarter going forward. Patty, thanks so much for joining us for the first half. Tell us one more time, you're the chairman of the Ireland Lacrosse League. Where can people find out more about the terrific effort in just finishing the second season of the ILL?
At our national governing body website, www.irelandlacrosse.ie, you'll be able to find stories, match results, match fixtures about the Irish Lacrosse League, and also some of the events we run throughout the summer as well out of the season.
Now, can we find merchandise too? Because I got to say, Joe Caulfield gave me one of your terrific shirts. I've been wearing it around town, and my last name being McNamara, but some people thought I was a part of the Irish team. I assure them I am not. But is there merchandise available?
There's a
on the
merchandise
site?
section on the website as well, so that'll be linked from that website. So we actually have all of the county colours. So the 32 counties in Ireland, we've got county lacrosse colours for every county in the country as well. So that'll be a nice little souvenir for people, for anyone
absolutely
interested in their roots.
Well, I assure you, the gear of the Irish look phenomenal. So with that, we will step aside at the half. The Iroquois Nationals lead 11-3 on the Czech Republic. You're watching the second semifinal and the 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships.
Patronem mistrovství světa v boxlacrossu je Synod Tip. Partnerem mistrovství světa v boxlacrossu je Magistrát hlavního města Prahy a nadace Terezy Maxové dětem.